My name is Emily Carter. For a whole year, I lived with a secret that almost destroyed me. A secret that belonged to someone my family trusted. Someone I once called Uncle Charles. Tonight, I'm finally telling what happened. It started on a stormy night in November. I remember the sound of rain against my window and the soft lavender scent from my mother's candle in the hallway. I went to sleep like normal, but woke up to the sound of my bedroom door closing. Soft, slow, intentional. When my eyes adjusted to the dark, I saw Charles standing near my bed. Just standing, watching me, breathing heavily. I sat up, confused and shaking. But before I could speak, he put his hand over my mouth and whispered, "If you scream, I will kill your parents." And that night, he forced himself on me. I remember the fear, the helplessness, the pain of leaving my own body just to survive. When it was over, he left quietly, as if nothing had happened. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror the next morning. I felt broken on the inside, violated, small. But it didn't end there, not even close. For the next year, he controlled every part of my life. Every night, I stared at my door, listening for footsteps, waiting for the creak that made my blood freeze. One night, when I tried to push him away, he showed me a video he secretly recorded of me. His voice was cold when he said, "If you tell anyone, I'll ruin your life, and I'll make your parents disappear." I believed him. I had no choice. I stopped eating, stopped smiling, stopped being myself. I was surviving one night at a time. Everything changed on February 12th, at 3 in the morning. I woke to the familiar creak of my door. Charles stepped out of my room, quietly, like he always did. But this time, someone else was awake. My mother. She saw him standing outside my room. She froze and whispered, "Charles, what were you doing in my daughter's room?" For the first time, I saw fear on his face. He tried to lie. He tried to smile, but his voice cracked. I walked into the hallway, my legs shaking, tears streaming down my face. I looked at my mother and said, voice trembling, "Mom, please, help me." My mother pulled me into her arms and held me like she could protect me from everything. She asked me to tell her the truth, all of it. I couldn't explain the details, but I told her about the threats, the fear, the video, the nights he came into my room. She didn't say a word. She grabbed her phone and called the police. Charles tried to run. He tried to delete the evidence, but the digital forensics team recovered everything. The videos, the audio, the threats, all of it. The courtroom felt cold and heavy. He refused to look at me, not even once. But when the judge heard the recordings, when the jury saw the fear in my voice, there was no doubt left. Charles was sentenced to life in prison, no parole. As they took him away, I felt air return to my lungs. For the first time in a year, I could finally breathe. Tonight, I'm telling my story for every girl who stayed silent because she was scared. You're not alone, and you deserve to be heard.